Episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. What shall we make today, kids?
Samson
And Judy's Bake and Ball.
Bacon pop. What the? Macarons, waffles, and cream. Chiffon cakes are light of a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All the sweetness waiting for you. Look there, wait where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Bing. Now let's see what we've got for you. It's the cooking time. Are you ready to make something special together? Wow, talk about a blast from the past. Hey, Gregory. Going back there tomorrow with your boy. Finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. At least it's not 7 years ago. Driving the entire Ace Attorney fan base insane. Oh, hi. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? You had nothing going on. Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic stuff of the stars and science stuff together. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy. I was just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course. Well, Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite, see? I was also present at the trial all those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edwards, attorney at law, and opposite of him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing. Well, that'll make explaining things easier. If you wanted to know something, see? That's something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered in a blanket of snow, and it looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. Things were so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. It was back before yours truly was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. This is 4 days before Gregory's death. He died on December 28th. Hey, Mr. E. This is really one that came out of the blue, huh? It did. When we were called in with the ink on the arrest papers, we were even dry. My name's Gregory Edwards. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant to defend her. Murder of Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? In the dark of night, at the end of the day, I saw two timely saviors coming my way. Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be the dude chef. So it's a case of him supposedly killing his partner, that woman that we saw, or is that woman going to be the true killer in the end? Is what we're gonna end up finding out. Welcome, my friends, to the visitors' room. And if we were not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. What is this officer doing? Whoa, talk about an entrance. Was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just happy to see you both. Thank you so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it. I am. Gregory Edwards, attorney at law, at your service. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Pleased to meet you, sir. Everything I can do to help. Come now, Edward. Calm down, please. You'll have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged lawyer material. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it is an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from a wrongful conviction. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he's truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I am Samson Tangaroa. Samson Tangaroa. What? It really is you. Samson Tangaroa, the world's greatest confectioner. You flatter me with your... Will you flatter me, my young friend? And call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow. Thanks, Samson. What the heck? The glint in his eyes. Oh my goodness. It seems that Eddie knows something of our client. Mr. E. Samson's they're gonna sing and dance in confectionery, making sensation. We shall make it today, kids. I love how Gregory's just in there like, I'm in the same position as Gregory. What is happening? Like, what? Stop. I almost started dancing alone. No way! I got to sing with Samson Tangaroa. This is my dream come true. Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course. I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? So you're not just a confectioner, but you're also a singer and dancer. I sure am. I'm having fun. My body just starts moving. You must really enjoy making desserts. I wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, it's just not those things. They're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations. That stuff the dreams are made of. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found in one of my creations. Say what now? Inside one of your... No way. The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it. And now, here I am. I wonder who the detective is. Can't be anyone we know, because Gumshoe... Can't be Gumshoe. Must be like a new detective. And I wonder if that new detective is going to be relevant in the modern day. But could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will seize that in time. That tomb in time. They'll realize their mistake. I'm sure hope so. What can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. He was taking part in a contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seemed genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think you have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa. There's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you I did not do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. Alright, I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Edwards. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on both of you. It's really cold out there, huh, Mr. E? I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it will be letting up anytime soon. Just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Come in. We'll have some fun. Oh, no. Are you all right? I'm sorry. Is she talking to herself? Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edwards, by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edwards' assistant. Mr. Edwards and Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Duty bound. It's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant. You're no housekeeper, Judy. You're the Judy bound. The Judy bound. You know a little something of my work? Little? I've watched you on TV every chance I get. Big and Bop's biggest fan. That's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Big and Bop be? It's only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. A dynamic duo of Samson and Judy making delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Like this. Check it out. What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough caramel too. Tiramisu. Everyone come along. Bacon treats with a smile and song. There, ooh, please stop this. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo. I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. And a cup shaped like a star. Okay. This is Salem, correct? It's delicious. Its citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting. So this is what Salem tea tastes like, huh? How odd. The saucer is cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique to the design. This really is something. You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Hilaque. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am. The teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Baum, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us what everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim? Is it true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard a sound of something collapsing from Samson's room. Samson, are you in here? Ah! I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. I'm sorry for making you relive such a traumatic experience. Thinking of another to please. I really wish I had more to tell. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He could never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Brown. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea then. Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, Mr. E. Ah, it's Detective Bad! Yes! No way, everything in his room's made out of chocolate. Can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations up close and personal. I might be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene. Just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. It might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it's pretty chill. Fence on the scene already. That was fast. Pleasure to meet you, Gregory Edwards. I'm representing Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Indy Federer. Nice to meet you, sir. Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad. Detective in charge is named Bad. In a few words. What the, what? Eddie, what the heck? I don't know if this doesn't taste right. You're eating your notepaper. He likes to chew over his thoughts rather literally. I'm afraid. It helps him to digest and remember them. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Though I'd be the first to admit that it's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined in the investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Edwards is Mr. Tangaroa's attorney. Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. Even put words in their client's mouth. You think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edwards would never do something like that. I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid? Detective, you've established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah? What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent, and you didn't even see the crime scene yet. That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You're about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene. I am. Fine. Knock yourself out. Thank you, Detective. But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time? I must admit that I didn't see that coming either. No! We'd better get started then. I need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, Mr. E. Let's get this over with. It's a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia. Think one of them could be the murder weapon? No, they're all made out of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning someone to death with one of them. Can't tell what's real in here. They do look genuine. I can only tell the difference myself. It's a true testament to Mr. Tangaroa's skills. What are you investigating, officer? Sir, I was just taking the temperature of the water here. What have you learned? Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream in each room flows into the main fountain, and then the water is circulated back into the rooms. Unusual, to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks, they're all crazy. How's it looking over here, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard or... Yes, sir. So, there is. Oh, no, there's it. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. You heard the man, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right? No. So, do you have something to add? No. Can't get a straight answer out of anybody. Perhaps you should ask a straight question. Who are you? And you are? Sorry, meditating. Did you want something, detective? Oh, I am an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edwards. A pleasure to meet you. I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. I'm a confectioner, here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? The art of air and sugar. No way! Look at that! A little baby seahorse. It's a dragon. A noble soaring creature of the sky. That's a dragon? It's a sea dragon in a way. It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anyone. That's why I'm heading to Zengfa. When this is all over, I need to train hard. Zengfa, huh? That's not sus at all. Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sense for now. So what are you doing here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet. Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Makes sense, seeing as he's a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. I just rest. Interesting design. Yes, I could do something with this. Can I borrow it? I'm afraid not. It's rather important. I can't bear the thought of it coming in any harm in Mr. Gusto's hand. What is his ID number? 21XX6. Oh, there's some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto. It's a chicken! Sugar blowing pumps into the air and pumps. Sugar blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar. That's so cool. It's like watching a swordsman do his thing. I'm no master. Not a day goes by when I do not hurt myself in one way or another. That's why I wear red. Though that way it does not matter when I make a mess. The way as a confectioner is a lonely one. You never stop learning, not until you die. The way of a confectioner sounds like a long one, too. If he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. What can you tell us about the confectionery contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. Contest was a Tangaroa's idea, so art confectionery is art. Confectionery is art. As all art you can eat, every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible. Whole place does kind of smell like sweet chocolate. Tangaroa is a genius. A once-in-a-generation talent, flavor and flair. He has it all. Which gives me a motive to murder him. Wait, what did I say? And if you can't outdo the god of confectionaries himself, you can't win. I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah? As it should be. Whomever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That is the real prize here. Nothing else matters. So you're competing for the title, effectively. And a treasure. The ultimate cookbook. Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's a list of the rules that was given out to contestants. Let's read. See, the ultimate cookbook. The title of the world's greatest confectioner. Judging will proceed clockwise from the leftmost room. All contestants to gather in Mr. Tangaroa's room when judging ends. Non-confectionery items must be used as decoration. Stand and display materials will be provided. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed. So what was the victim doing in Mr. Tangaroa's room? That seems suspicious. Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds right around then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. Decoration was the first to be judged. After that, he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless, brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with cream, some kind of dreamscape. Then, last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice. Sculpture this time, so I heard. Baum found the body, while Tangaroa was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tangaroa went right to the judging, claims he didn't know a thing about her until afterwards. When Anne looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. Pretty suspicious behavior of anyone's book. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask about the piece on the wall here, the only one in the frame. Seems like something was off. Yeah, what's that hole? There's a hole there. Angel beset by thorns. What? Beset by thorns? There's no thorns! What? 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 That's just an angel. Where's the thorns? Also, why is one of the I have multiple problems here. Why is that the light of life? Why is one of the candles missing its topper? Also, there's a handprint on that too. What is it? There are so many things throwing me off here. Though, better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. Then you bozos showed up and pulled me away from my very important work. Perhaps we can take a closer look at it together. Can't take a hint, can you? Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out? Of course. Confectionery is my life. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Okay, first things first, handprint. Are these fingerprint marks? Yeah, but we don't know who's yet. Still haven't figured it out. See, it appears... Yeah, that's a left hand. That's a left hand print right there. No fingerprints, no ID. Finger marks without prints. Could certainly have been important to the case. It's a real head scratcher, alright? Not really. You guys are who it was wore gloves. Aw, where's your sense of romance, of adventure? There doesn't tend to be much of either at a crime scene, Eddie. Who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate, though? It looks far too much like regular illustration to me. You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. The ultimate cookbook. In other words, the grand prize. What? So it's not made of chocolate after all? No, the book is simply framed. Tangaroa showed it to us all when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participant knew about the grand prize was in this room the whole time. Anyway, you see it too, right? Something's missing. Ah, the oddity Detective Bad was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier. Yes. You're right. Something is missing from this frame. Yeah, so it's not just me. Huh? What's missing?
Take that!
Look at the decorative work in the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh yeah, it's different from the other side. It's not like Tangaroa. The balance is all wrong. But that's not all. Take a look around. Is that piece somewhere else? Every conviction in this room is missing some small bit. Everything's missing something? The wheel's missing that. Can't really tell what's missing off that. I'm gonna look down there. Right. Candle holders, natural stuff. They're all like that. Did someone deliberately damage them? That's a very good question. Why did Tangaroa just want to look like somebody messed with his work? He never does that to his own creations. Never. Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? Achoo! Oh, you're right, Eddie. Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. I did, didn't I? Why do they have the heat down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall. What panel? What panel? What panel? $59 Fahrenheit. I feel like that's not a good temperature for chocolate. If they're saying it's that cold, 59 is definitely not what the temperature is in there. Look at that. It was here the whole time. There's one in each of the contest rooms. Tangaroa hid them so they would not spoil the aesthetic of our book. And what do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. So in effect, each room is a giant freezer. It's 59 no wonder I'm cold. 59 is not cold. That is not cold. Hey, Detective Bat, you mind if we turn it up a little? Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. But I'm not a detective. Hey, you cut the snow rent. The same goes for attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene of the crime. Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know better than my... You know the temperature better than my heart, huh? Guess it's your job. It's very well I need to know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more. Alright. What about lollipops and cream? If it's not too hot or too humid, a lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept at around 50 degrees. You need to watch out for the heat and humidity, huh? Duly noted. Dr. Bad kind of brightened up there when he was talking about the lollipops, didn't he? I suppose he must be very fond of them. I don't believe there is any more to be found here. Even, well, they did kind of mention all of it. There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. Which is set out in the same design as the one Miss Bound served us earlier. You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that? The pot and cup were dusted for pot and cup were dusted for prints. These were only ones found. And was that the case for the utensils too? Everything else has been washed. There weren't any prints to find. And Mr. Tangaroa was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries. That would explain why prints were only found on a teapot and cup. A little silver piece in there. So this is where the body was discovered. Yeah. Took it away already. But everything else is just how we found it. It appears the body was inside a treasure chest. Yeah. One by the name of Bound found it. Samson, are you in here? Ah! Seems you heard something breaking. Came in to see what it was. So something caused the boat to tip over, and that crashed into the chest, revealing the body. I'm sure that setup is definitely going to be important. If only we had a little more information. There's something else in here. Huh. Looks like it's a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials in an intricate shape carved into it. PH? So it looks like it's backwards. That's the right side of what we're looking at. That It looks really weird. Obviously, the other side's an H. We don't have any people. This is kind of... We got our four confectioners here. We haven't met Scone yet. Do whatever it takes to achieve her goal. That makes her sound like the culprit. Like, at least I'm guessing it's a her based on Delicia. Is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belongs to the victim? No idea. But it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take that. It's really rather impressive, make an entire ship of chocolate. That's Samson Terraroga for you. You don't just want to take a big bite out of it. Which part to bite first, though? That's the real head scratcher, you know? Bite any part of it, kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head will spin. Hey, it was a joke. Stop staring at me like that. I do sometimes wish Eddie would keep his cool and a little better. One of the stands for the ship is broken. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think... Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? If he was, this becomes an accidental death, not a murder. But what was he doing in the chest? Gotta answer why he was in the chest, and I'm pretty sure that, like, the image we saw of him dead was, there was blood. A big pool of blood. I don't know how well that would work. If he was, it becomes an accidental death, not a murder. You're too serious. Don't worry, detective. For a moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. Who's being serious, though? Detective, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You'll see for yourself. So, yeah, death was from blunt force trauma. I don't think it being the ship that did it makes any sense. And what about the weapon? Has it been found yet? I'm gonna ask the prosecutor in charge about that. The detective's not one for sharing much, I see. Would you mind if we borrowed this? No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. Brown took it with an instant camera when she found the body. An instant camera? Like disposable or something? No, it means it develops the pictures right there and then when you take them. No way, sounds pretty convenient. Now then, I better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts this current crime scene. I need to call on my powers of deduction to figure out why. The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it. The loud sound of it brought Miss Bound running. Yeah, so the ship had already keeled over by the time she got in here. But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break? Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Would that really have been the case? All of Mr. Tangaro's creations are missing a little piece of each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. You think it could have been the killer? It's certainly a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tempering spree. And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. I think that's all we got, right? Push, 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 push. Ooh. I suppose it must be Paul Harlequin's pottery mark. Those were his initials after all. Ah. Miss Bound said that she is a big fan of his work. Initials, huh? So if I made it, his initials, huh? So if I made it, it would be EF. Perhaps you should practice your initialing your personal belongings first. How would he have deliberately smashed it?
Hold it!
You're saying that Mr. Tangaro himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open. Yep. Yeah, and the body would have never been found. I struggle to see how he managed to destroy his creation while judging the contest at the same time. Exactly. And besides, there's no way he would have disrespected his sweets. He eats every last crumb on bacon pop. While dancing, that's the only way his stuff gets destroyed. This isn't about what happened on TV, kid. You know about Bacon Pop, Detective? Am I the only one who isn't familiar with this show? Why, I never would have guessed. Can you sing the theme song too? Never mind that now. Focus. So the answer is yes. That would be a yes. Point is this. Tangaro was responsible for breaking the lid.
Hold it!
The judging began in Mr. Gusto's room, correct? Yeah. Kinda want to check his hard candy stuff out myself. In that case, how about a demonstration? It's a dog! Well, is it you, detective? Are you calling him a dirty dog? It's a wolf. Huh? A lone wolf? I like it. I'm starting to enjoy these little displays. Anyhow.
Hold it!
Do you have a clear idea of when exactly the murder took place? Not yet. Autopsy report still pending. And yet you still went ahead and arrested Mr. Tangaroa. We may not know when the murder happened, but we know when the body was discovered. It was while Tangaroa was judging Gusto's room. The perfect alibi if he could set it up just right. But still, but still not grounds for an arrest. Surely you have to agree with that. Do I? Especially when I got nothing more to say to you. Why do I get the feeling he's hiding something? Detective Bad seems pretty convinced that Mr. Tangaroa is the culprit. There's no way he could have vandalized his own creations. No way. Still, the treasure chest did get smashed in. There's no denying that. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I realize it now. There's no broken pieces on top of him. There's no broken pieces on top of the body. That's the contradiction. Doing so should make it easier to spot the flaw in Detective Bad's theory.
Objection!
We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest. And Miss Bound only came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely based on the evidence. And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed in the lid to the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. And if that had occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room, then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging it at the time. Okay, that's a little bit different than what I was saying. But yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. You go, Gregory. I never said he did it then and there. Could have done something to the stand, so it collapsed when it was in the middle of the judges.
Objection!
Have you any way of proving that assertion? Nope. But the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tangaroa's? Yep, on the door. Oh, we found Tangaroa and Frost prints on there too. We were all brought in for a briefing right before we started work on the creations. Those prints are probably from then. I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's works for prints yet. Why would? We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible that someone left prints behind when they did so. When they did. Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it? You, check all the chocolate stuff for prints, now. Yes, sir. Right away. Detective Bat, we finished dusting the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangaroa, sir. Go on. Whose? Delisa's gone, sir. She's one of the contestants. Good work. Go back to whatever you were investigating before. Yes, sir. So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa. Without your lawyer input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Alicia Scone. Mr. Gusto mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless, that she'd do anything to win. Miss Scone sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E? Yes, I think we better speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bad, would you mind if we accompanied you? Babysitting you is not on my job list. Well, come on. But I guess that you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. If you want to tag along, be my guest. Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. Detective Bad, sir. I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor's still busy in there. It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. is this him? Who did they assign his case to? Manfred von Karma. What? I gave it to von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years. Manfred von Karma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. But I can't let that distract me. For now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right.